Okay, well, we'll see what happened. Let's go.
Are you challenging that, Your Honor? That is not the case, is what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you to tell me what you're reading, because see, a lot of times we get folk who are what we call sovereign citizens, and y'all have this whole panoply of information that y'all get from the internet or from somebody who told you. Or one lady told me she paid to join a Native American nation so that she could get the benefit of not being a citizen of the United States, and a traffic offense wouldn't adhere to her. And it's a lot of foolishness out there, ma'am. And it's
Welcome to What Had Happened Was.
When we take a peek into actual court cases and give you commentary based on our unique perspective and experiences, and also give you informational tips and tricks to help you avoid a what had happened situation.
Before we get started, give us a thumbs up, a tasteful comment. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of every video as they come out. All defendants are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
all right.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm looking. I still do have a question for you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is that if we are in a civil court, the jurisdiction, right now, that was what my question was about. And I guess I need a little help with you explaining the jurisdiction to me.
Yes, so now she's asking it. If we're in a civil court, you don't know where you are? But she want the judge to explain to you the jurisdiction because you're a sovereign citizen.
I think she needed to read that ebook again, or maybe she should have went over the YouTube video that she watched to establish herself to see what it was. And she should have had that together, because jurisdiction just means the territory or the property in which the judge has, the right to enforce.
Okay.
Well,
unlike the information she has, because she's not even sure if she's in a civil court.
I looked at the dictionary. The dictionary says the power, right, or authority to interpret and apply the law. That's the jurisdiction. The authority of a sovereign power to govern or legislate. The power or right to exercise authority or control, or the limits or territory within which authority. A police officer from Washington State cannot arrest somebody in Georgia.
That's correct. The only way that they could is if somehow magically in some dimension he was in hot pursuit of him and crossed state lines. You are, as a police officer, empowered. If only in times of hot pursuit can you cross jurisdictions chasing after somebody, or cross jurisdictions crossing the state line when you're in hot pursuit.
But since
once the hot pursuit is over, you can no longer enforce
State
your laws.
And Georgia are nowhere near each other. You know, I'm just using an example. But I'm saying is that the jurisdiction, like, she is a judge in Clayton County. This fine, honorable person is a judge in Clayton County. So that is her jurisdiction.
Yeah, like you're saying about the feds. You're saying with the feds.
Like a federal judge is a federal judge is a federal judge is a federal judge. So it does. I don't think it matters where they are. They're a federal judge no matter what.
Right.
So that means that they can move them around if they want to take them to Washington, D.C., Virginia, whatever. Because, but a state judge, unless they actually hold maybe a law degree, or they also have the right to practice in that other state, then they can go somewhere else.
Right. They have to be a member of the bar in that other state. Like, for instance, the local police officer only has jurisdiction of his city. A state police officer has jurisdiction anywhere within that state. And the feds have jurisdiction anywhere where it's the United States, period.
Right, Guam, whatever.
Including Guam and Puerto Rico.
Right.
This is a civil matter. And I'm asking for it to be dismissed because of that. We don't have a complaint from a person who's injured or that injured person here.
First of all, in a civil case, in all cases, is a plaintiff and there's two parties. In a criminal case, it's a plaintiff and a defendant because he committed the crime. In a civil case, it's a plaintiff and a respondent. So if you're not the one that's suing, then you're the respondent. You have to respond to the guy that's suing you, and that's how that works.
You can be sued by the state, the city. You can still be sued by they don't have to have a physical person. They'll say, oh, blah, 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 representing
the people of this
jurisdiction.
People of XYZ. Yeah. People of the village, people of the town, people of Commonwealth, people of the state.
Well,
And
the complaint is on behalf of the municipality or the county where the alleged red light or crossing guard ticket was given. So it is a civil matter, but it doesn't mean.
She crossed the red light. And look, if you look in the background, I see some pictures and I see some cinder block and I see some bright yellow, like colorful. So I don't know if she's a teacher. Whose teacher is this crossing the red light, getting tickets from the what's that called? What she said that she got a ticket from?
Either the crossing guard,
The crossing guard.
or red light. I don't know how that happened. But,
You crossing the red light? Ah, the children.
that there are civil penalties that attach to that. The opportunity that you have here today is what is called an appeal. So what you're doing is appealing your citation and offering evidence that says you either didn't do it, somebody else did it, or that what happened on camera shows that you shouldn't be liable for the citation and any amounts adhering to that citation. So this is your opportunity to show that either it didn't happen or it didn't happen like the citation says it happened, or appeal in some way to the state or to the court. So I'm not going to just dismiss it because it's civil. That's not going to happen. So you keep bringing that up, and I'm not sure who told you that that was what you should do, but that, you know, a lot of times we get information from the internet or from people who don't know what they're talking about.
well, I know that, like, the case, for example, is $250, and under my Seventh Amendment right, because it's more than $20, I have a right to a trial by jury.
This is according to Google. What does the Seventh Amendment mean in simple terms? It says that civil cases or lawsuits based on disagreements between people or businesses have a right to be decided by a jury in federal court. The amount of lawsuit must be more than $20, and after a jury settles a case, it shouldn't go back to trial again.
So-
But and then it says further down, is the Seventh Amendment still $20? The amount has never been changed to account for inflation, which would put the amount over $500 today. Instead, the dollar value stipulation has functionally been ignored, especially since federal law requires the disputed amount exceed $75,000 for the case to be heard in federal court, which means, like, if you have a what's that called, a joint lawsuit, or where you have a whole bunch of people, a class action suit, so it's going to be more than $75,000. Then it goes to federal court, and the federal judge hears it. But she said she crossed the red light.
You saying what the three main points of
But she said she crossed she crossed the red light. So, you know, you crossing the red light, I don't know, because
or stop sign,
and she didn't properly or whatever, or she blew the and she got a by the crossing guard. So now, if the crossing guards are authorized to give tickets, that means that wherever she committed this thing, they have had such a problem that they have to give tickets at that location, which means you got to slow down. That means people have been getting hurt, or they're about to get hurt, or something. So she got a ticket, and the person has video proof that she violated.
So that's
Where you get that, ma'am?
from our Seventh Amendment.
Wait, read me that part where it says if it's over $20, you get a trial by jury.
Are you challenging that, Your Honor? That is not the case, is what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you to tell me what you're reading, because you see, a lot of times we get folk who are what we call sovereign citizens, and y'all have this whole panoply of information that y'all get from the internet or from somebody who told you. Or one lady told me she paid to join a Native American nation so that she could get the benefit of not being a citizen of the United States, and a traffic offense wouldn't adhere to her. And it's a lot of foolishness out there, ma'am. And it seems that you've been taken advantage of by somebody who has given you some of that foolishness. And what I'm trying to say is, what you're telling me is not right, but you seem to want to challenge me. I'm not I'm not here to be challenged. I'm asking you where you get that information so I'll know where you went wrong or whoever
Okay,
told
no,
you
I
that.
just, I thought that as, under my Seventh Amendment, that I had a right to a trial. A trial.
Not for this. No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Do you want to appeal this at all? Because I'm giving you the opportunity to talk to somebody, and then if you can't reconcile it with them, then
I
to
have-
have me look at it. But you won't even get to that point because you keep coming back to this thing that I tell you it's not going to work.
Okay, yeah, I haven't made a plea, so that's why I thought we were.
There's no plea. It's not criminal.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right. So did you want to go into the breakout room, ma'am?
Yeah, let me,
Okay.
hold a second, I'll get there.
For Miss County, that would be granted. Miss County's appeal would be granted.
All right. See, it worked out anyway, Miss County.
She was upset because she couldn't exert her sovereign rights and she couldn't articulate them. And the judge did say, well, you have a right to appeal, which means, first and foremost, that she got convicted or didn't respond to the ticket. Somehow she messed up. Somewhere along the line, she messed up and didn't respond. Because that's not the way you owe money. Either you don't come or you don't pay. That's how it works. And in spite of all that, the judge still gave her an opportunity.
And she got a $250 ticket.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the prices are, or I don't know what happened, but for you to get a $250 ticket.
Well, again, they've been cracking down on these.
All righty. We'll get you you got her email address. We'll go ahead and send the appeal. And you're good to go. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
And also give us a thumbs up, like, comment, share. Subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified of every video as they come up. And get that algorithm going and help us build this channel in 2024.
And make sure that you don't wind up in a what had happened situation. Boom, boom, boom.